Well, now that it's daylight out here, you get more of an idea what I was talking about. There. Now, I'm going to cut this right here, all the way back. And then she's sitting even. And the drum is sitting even. So everything is sitting even, as it should be. The blocks are all cemented in. Well, not cemented, but this concrete adhesive. And I dabbed all the way around, make sure everything was in place and set up. You can see the adhesive over there. What I'm going to do, as soon as I get a little bit warmer weather and I have time, today I had to do a class, so it's a late start. It's going to be getting dark again soon. I've got to cut a hole here through this and the drum and put the chimney. Then on this side, in the void, because this is going to get closed in, so in the void back here, I'm going to cut another hole. And that's going to be a vent, a duct, going into the building. So when this is all closed in and I fire up the burner's going to get hot, heating the air in here, all around. This is going to be like a hot air chamber. And it's going to be isolated from the actual fire. So we don't have to worry about it, because this is going to be closed off, but the actual part here is going to be on the outside. So that's going to be closed off. So this whole air chamber that's within the cylinders, or the block, alright, which is also, I think, 7 or 8 inches behind as well, alright, that's going to be a hot air chamber. And it's going to get the heat naturally from the firebox. And then the heat will rise from the hot air chamber out the pipe, because heat rises to start with. So that'll go right up and in. Oh, we got this cleaned up back here, finally. Got the old fire pit down. I should have enough of these fire brick over here to pull apart, and those will be set eventually on the top of this thing for 2 reasons. 1, to help hold it down. 2 is to help keep the heat in. And that's where we're at. So tomorrow I'll cut this off, because it's getting late and I'm beat, because I was up super early today because I had a class I had to give. So I'm kind of like kaput. So with that being said, I'm going to call it a day. And if tomorrow is any indication as today, we should be okay. And I should be able to get that cut. I should be able to get some of these broke apart. I should be able to get the chimney part cut and the output cut. And if I get that much done, I'm all set. Got that cleaned out. Just kind of backbladed. I got more brick or concrete over here. I think they're 3 by 8 by 16, something like that. I got 6 or so over there. I got another. Well, I got 8 total. All right, that's what I got. So, and I still got a couple big block, a couple small block, a couple old block. So I got enough to finish this off. I got a grate over there in that pile, which that pile has to get cleaned up too, probably this weekend. I got that grate if I need it. I got another grate back there if I need it. And I got that grate right there if I need it. So now I don't know if I'm really going to need it, because like I say, I'll just drop that and drag out the ash when I need to do that. So that's where I'm at. And you know what? I'm done with the leaves. Screw them. So I got to clean out that so I can get the tractor in there, because it's going to start getting cold and miserable, and I don't want the tractor to be sitting out in the open. So I got to get that in there, and hopefully within the next 2 or 3 weeks, I got to get the tractor in the garage, and I got to get the chains on it. And this time I'm going to cut them to fit, because if you remember right, last year the front chains ended up being 6 inches too long. And I don't know how that happened, because the year prior to that, the chains fit perfect. So and the tires are no different in size. So figure that one out. So this year, once I get them on, if they're too big, I'm just going to cut them to fit and screw it. And then the weight bucket. I may or may not put the weight bucket on. I don't know. The backhoe weighs like 600 pounds, 500 and change. The weight bucket, you know, it's a little shorter, it doesn't stick up as high, and it weighs about the same. But it's easier to keep the weight bucket stored where it is than it is to take this off and store this under the lean-to, because it takes up a lot of room. You have to put the outriggers down, and the bucket's got to go down a little bit, so it takes up a lot of footprint. So anyway, anywho, that's where we're at.